Evan Peters started to get over-prepared for the role of Jeffrey Dahmer, and it turned out to play on his emotions. Created by American Horror Story showrunner Ryan Murphy, the miniseries was also criticized by fans and relatives of the sufferers for re-traumatizing the victims' families. Evan later admitted that playing Dahmer took an emotional toll on him. In today's video, we are going to discuss Evan Peters' actual emotions on playing the character of Jeffrey Dahmer. Stay tuned to know more. When Evan Peters got a call from Murphy about the role of Dahmer in the series, the actor jumped into his research. He soon went to YouTube. Murphy even told him to watch the Stone Phillips interview, which is why he also watched that. He found some audio of what sounds like a psychologist interviewing him and a detective where he's relaying what he went through. He also revealed that the way that original Dahmer was speaking is very candid and very normal. He later claimed that he was scared about the things Dahmer did, which made it tough to step into the character. In a Netflix interview, the actor said, "Honestly, I was very scared about all of the things that he did, and diving into that and trying to commit to that was absolutely going to be one of the toughest things I've ever had to do in my life because I wished to be very authentic. But in order to do that, I was gonna have to go to really dark places and stay there for an extended period of time." He said it was a challenge to try to have this person who clearly was so normal, but underneath all of it, had this whole world that he was keeping secret from everybody. Noting that Murphy had one rule throughout filming. The one rule was that it would never be told from Dahmer's point of view. In 2021, while filming the limited series, Evan Peters also said that he did a lot of research about Dahmer. It even got to a point where he had to stop himself. He has already read so much, watched so much, and seen so much that at a certain point, he has got to say, "Alright, that's enough." While noting that they didn't want the series to come off as a documentary. At that time, the actor said, "There are beautifully written scripts. You can have all the backstory you want, but at the end of the day, we are not making a documentary. It's more about keeping the idea and the true line of why you are telling the story and always having that as your guiding light. But there's so much material for Dahmer that he thinks it's extremely important to make it really authentic. So, he has been doing a lot of research, and it's interesting. Playing him or Colin, or even going into Horror Story or WandaVision, where is that line?" He then explained that you can play around with levels of naturalism and understatedness. Versus the zany, over-the-top, this is very simply a TV show meant for entertainment. It's almost scene by scene, episode by episode, moment by moment basis deciding. He did that there in real life. Or no, he didn't do that there. But that's fine because it works for the story we are trying to tell. If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now let's continue. Well, when Netflix dropped the Jeffrey Dahmer story, one of the victims tweeted that the show is cruel for re-traumatizing their family. However, Evan Peters defended the show by saying, "As an audience, you are not actually sympathizing with him. You are not really getting into his hardship. You're sort of seeing him from the outside. It's called the Jeffrey Dahmer story, but it's not just him and his backstory. It's the repercussion. It's how society and our system failed to stop him many ways. Because of racism, homophobia, it's just a sad story. Everybody gets their side of the story told." Filming a film or series about a real person is very hard. And that is quite real when the person and the story focuses on was a serial killer. It's important to depict things accurately, but it is also important to be polite to individuals that were dominated by that person. Well, this is something that Evan Peters kept in mind while he was playing Jeffrey Dahmer. He did not want to disrespect the families of Dahmer's victims by embellishing anything. A lot of actors and actresses go through some really important adaptations, both mentally and physically, to play some of their roles. Now that is something that Evan Peters had to do when he started filming this Netflix series. The part of the actor's mental transformations involved him doing a bit of reading. He chose to read books that focus on some of the crimes that Dahmer committed before he was arrested, which was also very difficult. While Evans has proved that he is prepared to deliver a great performance no matter what role he plays, it looks like fans think he has delivered a very good performance in this series, since he has earned lots of praise. Also, the series has featured some great performances by Molly Ringwald and Niecy Nash.